All right, so find your child's pose position. Toes together, send your tailbone back, stretch your arms forward. Just taking this moment of stillness to narrow down your focus, to bring some attention to your breath. And giving yourself a little space in these online practices. Just getting used to something new. Probably not quite as warm, maybe not quite as flexible as we're doing. Sometimes a little more sitting, maybe just some different routines. So knowing that your mat is just always a nice place to return to. And that grounding feeling, that little touchstone of a place where we take care of ourselves. And then just use your breath to settle in. Taking some big full inhales and exhales. Each inhale, pulling in some fresh energy, some new perspective. With each exhale, a little softening, a little release. And then take one big, full, as long, slowly drawn out as you can. Inhale. Let your lungs fill all the way to their capacity, stretching your rib cage out. And then an equally long, slow exhale. Walk your fingers over to the right side of your mat. Let your left shoulder, left side of your rib cage kind of roll down. Shift your hips back to level. You can cross your left hand over your right hand. You want a little extra stretch. Inhale, hands through center and over to the left. And taking that option to cross your right hand over. Roll the right side of your rib cage down towards the mat. Level your hips. Notice that tug between the right hand and the right hip. A little bit of a half moon shape. Inhale your hands back to center. Tent up through your fingers. Push the pads of your fingers into your mat. Walk your fingers a little more forward. See if you can feel that stretch and lengthening through the sides of your rib cage. Hands stretch forward as your hips lengthen a little bit more back towards your tailbone. Lengthen out through the back of your neck. Roll your armpits towards each other. We're going to come into melting heart or puppy dog pose. So keep walking your fingers forward. Your hips will lift up. You can drop your chin down to the mat. Big shoulder opener. Just take it easy if you need to. And then walk all the way forward. Extend your legs back behind you so you're lying on your belly. Take a moment, you can do a little alligator pose. Just shift your hips side to side. And coming into napping baby, slide your right knee up towards your right armpit or shoulder. You can cross your hands one on top of the other, or maybe you turn your head to the right. So you can find that softness through the hips, sinking into the mat. Really gentle opening to the right side. Take a big full inhale. And an exhale to soften. Bring your right hand under your right shoulder. Extend your left arm out to the left. And then finding a little twist. You can always cactus your left arm if you don't have enough room. Push your right hand into the mat. Lift your right knee up and over behind you. This feels like too much, too early. Just stack your legs on top of each other. Inhale slowly back to your belly. Shift your arms around. We'll take napping baby on the left side. Slide your knee up. And soften right into it. And turn your head to the left. You can always place your head on top of your hands. Extend your right arm out to the right. Left hand under your shoulder. Push with your left hand to lift your left leg all the way up behind you. And you can elevate it on a block. Always option to wrap your left arm behind. Maybe you just drop it behind your low back. Just notice if there's anywhere where you're still engaging the muscles, and you can let those release. And inhale back to center. We'll take Sphinx pose. Forearms down onto the mat. Legs back behind you. Maybe separate your legs about max width distance. You can always use a block or a prop if you want underneath your forehead. Maybe a little wiggle of the hips again, and then soften in. We'll complement that low back bend with another child's pose. Maybe knees are a little bit wider this time. Sink the hips back, stretch the arms forward. Just a brief stop to reset the spine. Big inhale, big exhale. And come up to your tabletop position. Set yourself up. We're going to take a moment here Give the hands a little love. Do some circles, shoulders over your wrists. One way and then the other way. And turn your fingers back towards your knees. Maybe lean back a little bit. Maybe some more circles. And relax through your head. Let it hang heavy. Turn your hands back. Let's work the feet and toes a little bit. Tuck your toes under and send your hips back. Maybe you even climb your hands up. And stretching the tops of your feet, bring those to the mat. And walk your hands back. And maybe lean back a little bit. Inhale, back to your tabletop position. Let's take some cat-cows. Big full inhale, lift the chest, pull the shoulders back. Maybe you gaze up as your tailbone lifts. Exhale, press your hands into the mat, chin to your chest. Pull your belly button to your spine. Push your fingers into the mat, lift up through your shoulders. Good. Inhale, cow pose. Open up through the chest. Exhale, compress, round through your shoulders. Compress the chin to chest. And then take a few more rounds on your own. Find those big full inhales, moving right into the exhale. Warming up the spine. You can take it a little side to side, a little bit deeper through the hips. Maybe some circular motions. Just keep that breath connecting with the movements. Big inhales and exhales can help to warm the body up. Setting a little tempo here. And then return back to your neutral spine. By the engagement of the abdominal muscles. Palms press into the mat. You walk your hands slightly to the left and extend your right leg back behind you. Roll your right hip down so your hips are level. Engage all the way through the leg, so even the toe points or the ball of your foot points back. This might be enough, but if you want to add more, you can extend your left arm out. Good. So finding this negotiation, the balance, a little shifting and moving, noticing that you're finding extension in different directions. So the center point is your abdominals. That's where you're trying to concentrate the energy. Finding extension. And then we'll compress, elbow to knee, pull it in tight. Forehead maybe comes to your knee, heel lifts up towards your glute. Good. Hold it in tight. And then extend it back. You can bend your right knee. If you want to reach around, you can grab for your foot. Maybe you gaze back behind you. Give a little kick. And inhale to lengthen. Left hand down. You're going to bring your right foot, cross it behind your left leg so the top of your foot pushes into the mat. And then push, I'll straighten it this way. And then push into your right hip. Look back behind you at your left foot. So stretching out the right side body. You want to add a little twist. Circle your left arm back behind you. Stretch it back. Maybe it comes to your low back. You twist a little bit more, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale your left arm back. Lift your right leg up. Make some circles, maybe a scorpion dog or two. Actually, I guess that's a scorpion tabletop. Move it around, and then step it right foot up to the outside of your right hand. Slide your left knee back. Take a lizard pose here, or a dragon pose. So check that your top of your foot is on the mat. Your knee is over your ankle. You can always place a blanket or something soft underneath your left knee. And then settle down here. Forearms can go to a block all the way to the mat, but not too deep yet. Just opening things up. Big full inhales and exhales. If you'd like to add a twist, again, so you can circle your right hand back behind you. Maybe not bending the knee quite yet, but if that's calling to you, feel free. You can drop your hand behind your low back and add a little look over your right shoulder. And let's circle your right hand back down. Right foot back, tabletop. We'll take it on the left side. Maybe hand shift slightly to the right. Extend your left leg out, square your hips. Strong energy through the left foot, belly in tight. You want to add more, extend your right arm forward. Little squeeze of your inner thighs. Push your right shin and top of your right foot into the mat. And find that center spot. It's in your abdominals. Pull them in tight. And then find extension. More energy you can put into your arm and your legs, stretching, the lighter it becomes. And pull it in tight, elbow to knee, forehead to knee, chin to chest. Push your belly up towards the ceiling. Heel lifts up towards your glute. And inhale to extend. And bend your left knee. Circle your right arm back behind you. Grab for the top of your foot. Maybe you give a little kick and look over your shoulder. Place your right hand down. Cross your left leg back behind you. And look at the top of your foot. Push into your left hip. You want to add a little twist. Maybe you lift up through your left fingertips. And circle your right arm back behind you. Top of your right hand can come to your low back. And twist a little deeper. Circle your right arm back to the mat. Tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Just hover your knees slightly off the mat. And stay right here. If you'd like, step it back to a plank pose. Strong plank. Step it back into your floating tabletop. Step it back to your plank pose. Step it back, floating tabletop. Step it back to plank pose. Hold your plank pose. You can always drop down onto your knees. Breathe in and out through your nose. Shoulders over your wrists. Fingers spread wide. Engaging through the abdominals. Strong through the backs of the legs. And push up to your downward facing dog. Shift it around. Pedal the knees out. Move the hips around. Notice if your shoulders are over your wrists, push it all back towards the back of your mat. Push your thumbs into the mat, roll your armpits towards each other, lengthen through your spine, release through your head, look back at your feet. They're about hips width distance. And then start to draw length into the back of your legs as you push your heels down towards the mat. Big full inhale, big exhale. Separate your feet out about max width distance. Walk your hands in just a little bit closer. Your heels lower down. Take your right hand, reach for the outside of your left shin. Maybe you twist and look under your shoulder. Place your right hand down to the mat. Lift your left hand up. Wrap around your ankle or your shin. Then look under your shoulder. Keep pushing the heels evenly into the mat. The hips are level. Then release your left hand to the mat. Walk it back to find your downward facing dog. Feet come back together, hands out a little further. And let out again. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Stretch it back behind you. Again, work the hips level, left heel down. Push both hands evenly into the mat. Exhale, shift your shoulders over your wrists, forehead to knee. Or I should say knee to forehead. Chin to chest. Lift your heel, belly in. Look forward. Softly step your foot in between your hands. Take a moment here to set your lunge up. You can always work in welcome use props. Knee over ankle. Toes facing forward. Back leg extends. Hips drop. Lift your chest. Kick your heel back. Lift the back of your knee. Gaze forward. And bend your left knee, look forward, step your left foot up to meet your right. Forward fold. Hang heavy in your forward fold. Maybe you bend your knees. Shake a little side to side. Release some tension through the back of your neck. Head is heavy. Release your hands back to the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Find the extension. Notice if your hips shift back, bring your hips over your ankles, belly in tight. Extend your arms forward, biceps next to your ears. There we are. Good. Breathe calm. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to circle sweep your arms all the way up. Reach up tall in your mountain pose. Shoulders soften, gaze up. And ground through your feet. Pull up through your legs. Slight tuck of your tailbone. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands can come through heart center. Big circle sweep. Inhale to halfway lift. Find that engagement. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot back. Find your lunge on the other side. And set it up. Knee over ankle. Left toes facing forward. Kicking through your right heel. Lengthen through the back of your leg. Square your hips by rolling your right hip down. Your left hip back and up. Abdominals in. Gaze forward. Long from your heel to the crown of your head. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. We're going to flow that, one breath, one movement, starting on the left leg. Inhale it up. Actually, we'll take a moment to just warm this side up again first. So three-legged dog, square the hips, lengthen through the leg. Right heel reaches down to the mat. Exhale, pull the knee into your nose or forehead. Lift your heel, belly in, push through your hands to round through your shoulders. Look forward, softly step your foot in between your hands. Inhale to lengthen into your lunge. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to circle sweep your arms up over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left leg back. Inhale to lengthen into your lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, look forward, step your foot to lunge. Inhale to lengthen your lunge. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up over your head, reach up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot back. Inhale to lengthen your lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot through. Inhale to lengthen your lunge. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step your left foot back. Inhale to lengthen through your lunge. Exhale, right foot back. Downward facing dog. Pause here for a moment. Reset your breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. Settle the hips back. Heels back. Chest back. Long through the spine. Inhale, come up to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. You can take a lot of little steps or one big step or a hop to the forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Coming into a chair pose, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along the mat. Inhale up to chair pose. Shift the weight back to your heels. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Tailbone sits a little lower. Pull your abdominals in, engaging through your abdominal wall. Lift your chest. Let your shoulder blades soften. Palms can face each other. Sit a little lower. Breath calm, eyes focused. Press your palms together. Bring your thumbs to your sternum. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist to the right. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Draw your right hip down. You can check with your knees if they're level. Usually your hips follow. And then rotate. Maybe you can lift your chest up to your sternum to your thumbs. Look over your shoulder. Right hip down, left hip up. Both hips lower. Belly in, lengthen through your spine. Twist. Inhale back to center. Stand all the way up. Reach up tall. We're going to take an eagle on the left side. Swing your left arm under your right. Cross at your elbows. Again at your wrists. Take a moment. Bring your palms to the center of your face. Elbows down low. Sit down low. Lift your chest. Lift your left leg over your right. Cross at your thigh. Maybe taking a little easier in the morning if you'd like. Finding that double wrap if you're ready. Knees to the center, elbows to the center. Sit down low, belly in, chest up. Pull your elbows down. Inhale, unwind. One-legged Tadasana. Reach your arms up. Flex your toes back. We'll strengthen through your right leg. Pull up through your right quadriceps. Belly in. Shift your shoulders over your hips. Soften through your shoulders. Chin level. Gaze one spot. Take a big inhale. Exhale, step it back to warrior one. Readjust your footing. Right foot forward, left foot 45 degrees. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. Abdominals in, soft through your shoulders. Focus one spot. Each exhale, you settle a little more. Hands to offering, stretch your arms forward, palms face the ceiling. Kick the outside of your left heel into the mat. Bend your right knee.
And chin in line with your spine. Exhale, Dakasana arms, sweep them back behind you. Shoulder blades squeeze, fingers stretch. Long all the way through the left leg. Roll your left hip down, pull your abdominals in. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze the palms together, open up through the chest. Pull yourself all the way up with your torso. And straighten your front leg. Square the hips. And lift your chin up, look back. Bring your chin back to level. Tuck your chin to your chest. And slowly roll all the way down. Bend your knee until your forehead and your knee connect. Push your right hip back, your left hip forward. Pull your low back in. Release your hands to the mat. Square the hips a little more. Maybe you push your forehead into your knee to straighten it up. We'll take Trikonasana. Bring your right hand to the inside, maybe on a block, maybe on your shin. Circle sweep your left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Engage the muscles of your right leg. Roll your right big toe into the mat and spread the rest of your toes wide. Lengthen through your torso. Little twist as you gaze up to the back of your left hand. Engage through both legs. Pull your abdominals in. Inhale all the way up. Star pose. Turn your toes out. Stretch your arms wide. Press your palms together. Hands to heart center. Horse stance. Sit low. Good. Tuck the tailbone. Pull up through the pelvic floor. Ground through the feet. Shoulders come back to shift over your hips. Recapture your breath. Big inhale. Exhale, sit a little lower. Pull the knees back a little more. Focus in one spot. Breath calm. Inhale back to star pose. Reach your arms out. We're going to come into a warrior two. Right leg forward, left leg back. Arms stretch in opposite directions. Sink into your right leg. Extend your left leg. Ground through both feet. Pull your abdominals in, and then shift your left hand a little back. Align your shoulders over your hips. Then stretch your arms in opposite directions. Breathe in. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Flip your front palm to face up towards the ceiling. Stretch forward. And then inhale all the way up and back. Turn your gaze up towards your hand. If your neck feels a little tight, you can always look down. Open up the side body. Reach your right hand back. Exhale into side angle. Right elbow, right forearm to the inside of your knee. Round through your right foot, stretch through your left foot. Tuck your tailbone. Turn and twist. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Reach up. Exhale, look down. Circle your hands down to the mat. Frame your foot. Turn to find your lunge. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Big full inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, come up to your toes. Bend your knees. Walk to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Hang heavy. Inhale to halfway lift. Find the engagement of the abdominals, the length through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hips down. Inhale up for chair pose. Shift the weight back. Pull the abdominals in. Lift your chest. Sit a little lower. Breath calm, shoulders soft. Press your palms together, thumbs to your sternum. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale, turn to the left. Check on your knees, hips level. Twist. Maybe your sternum comes to your thumbs. Left hip down, right hip up, belly in. Palms press. Rotate your torso. Twist and look over your left shoulder. Sit a little lower, lengthen your spine. Inhale back to center. Stretch your arms all the way up over your head. Eagle on the right side. Swing your right arm under your left. Cross at your elbows. Palms can press. Work the shoulders open. Palms to the center of your face. Abdominals tight. Sit down and back. Lift your chest. Lift your right leg over your left. Cross, twist, and wrap. Sit down lower. Weight to the heel. Knees to the right. Elbows to the left. Hips level. Belly in. Lift your chest. Pull your elbows down. Inhale to one-legged Tadasana. Unwrap your arms. Stretch them up over your head. Find the balance. Strong left leg. Flex of the right toes. Shoulders soft. Focus one spot. Big inhale. Exhale, step it back. Warrior one. Left leg forward. Roll your right hip forward. Left hip back. Push the back of your right foot into the mat. Belly in, shoulders soft. Bend a little deeper into your left leg. Inhale, hands to offering, stretch them forward. Really find that countering of the press of your right foot and the reach of your hands. Bring your neck into alignment. Exhale, Dakasana arms. Stretch them back. Palms face the mat. Shoulder blades squeeze to open your chest. Lengthen. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Pull your palms together, open up through your chest. Lift your torso. Straighten your front leg. Square your hips. Drop your head back. Inhale to lift your chin to level. Right hip forward, belly in. Tuck your chin to your chest. And slowly round forward. Bending your knee to connect your forehead and your knee. Release your hands to the mat. Tense your fingers to square your hips. Right hip forward, belly in. Coming into our Trikonasana. Straighten your front leg. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left leg. Circle your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Hand can be on your shin, on the floor, maybe on your thigh. Then working to one day, find your torso parallel to your mat. Lengthen through the rib cage. Little twist. Strong through the left leg. Engage both legs. Engage through your abdominals. Inhale up. Star pose. Turn your toes out. Extend your arms. Palms press. Exhale down to horse stance. You can take variations here. You can add a twist. You can always challenge yourself to come up onto your toes. Sit a little lower. Tailbone tucks. Engage through your abdominals. Engage through your pelvic floor. Lengthen through your spine. Drop your shoulders. Sit a little lower. Inhale, star pose. Coming into your warrior two, left leg forward. Right leg extends behind you. Arms open wide. Gaze forward. Find your drishti. Pull your tailbone in. Pull your belly in. Open your arms wide. Flip your palm to face the ceiling. Inhale to stretch it forward. Exhale. Open it up. Reverse the warrior. Stretch your fingers back towards the wall behind you. Hand can travel down your leg. Square your hips and your shoulders. So you're stretching the left side body. Sink a little lower into your left leg. Exhale, side angle. And taking whatever support you need. You can always place forearm on your thigh. Try not to sink into that. Use it instead to lift and twist. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, look down to the mat. Circle your hands. Find your lunge. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Move it around. Pedal it out. Big inhale. Big exhale. We'll add just a little bit more balancing. Inhale, come up to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale to your chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hips down. Inhale up. Sit the hips low. Press your palms together, hands to heart center. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right. Make a long spine. Look over your shoulder. Inhale back to center. Stretch your arms all the way up. Eagle on the left side. Swing your left arm under your right. This time, keep your elbows lifted. Forearms reaching forward. Sit low. Left leg over right. Looking more for a straight spine. Sit a little lower. Keep your arms crossed. Straighten out your right leg. Shoot your left leg back behind you. Keep reaching your fingers forward as you reach your toes back. Keep the hips level. Drop the torso, strong right leg. Stretch. And then open your arms, Stakasana. Reach your arms back. Interlace your fingers. Pull your palms together. Softly step it back. Open up. Warrior two. Stretch your front arm forward. Inhale to reverse your warrior. If you'd like, you can take that half bind. Reach it up. You can keep the half bind here if you'd like. And then find half bind side angle. You can always take it deeper and take the full bind if you'd like. Exhale, look down to the mat. Release your hands. Step back. Downward facing dog. One more round of that. Inhale, come up to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sink the hips. Palms press, thumbs to your sternum. Lengthen and lift. Exhale, turn and twist. Level out the hips. Look over your shoulder. Sit down a little lower. Inhale, thumbs to your sternum. Stretch all the way up. Eagle on the right. Wrap your right arm underneath. Lift your elbows again. Forearms forward. So you've got a 90-degree angle. Sit down low. Lift your right leg over your left. Cross and twist. Tuck it in tight. Sit a little lower. Arms lift up. Keep your arms as they are. Unwrap your right leg. Shoot it back behind you. And start to drop your torso down. You don't have to go too deep here. Focus one spot. Find your length. Then open to Kasana arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades, focus one spot, level the hips. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Pull your arms long, open your chest. And inhale back. Open up, warrior two. Left leg forward, right leg back. Sink it low. Flip your front palm, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse. You take the half bind. And exhale to side angle. And then you're welcome to wrap the arm around, interlace the fingers, turn and twist. Look down at the mat. Circle your hands down, step back. Downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. Beautiful. Can't see you, but I know it looks fabulous. And walk your hands back to your feet, coming into a forward fold. Release the legs, bend the knees if you'd like. Torso just falls heavy and drapes forward over your legs. Shake out your head a little bit. Release the low back. We'll take a gorilla pose. Lift your feet up. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Fingers back towards your heels. Roll the weight a little forward. Toes can massage your wrists, your hands. Keep your hands where they are. Do an inhale to halfway lift. And an exhale, forward fold. Straighten your legs a little more. Pull your torso in a little deeper. Exhale, release your hands. We're going to come into downward facing dog again. And take our half pigeon pose. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee behind your right wrist. Extend your left leg back. Take a moment. Square your hips. Look back behind you, top of your foot on the mat. And you take a little bit of a back bend, hips can soften. And then when you're ready, start to recline forward. Settling into a softness and a release. We'll be here for a couple minutes, so make sure you're in a comfortable position you can hold. Adding any props or adjustments. And finding that release. Just about 30 more seconds here. If you'd like to come up, maybe add that twist and bending your left knee. And reach around with your right hand or your left hand or both hands. Grab for your foot. Maybe look over your shoulder. You can look forward. Release. Find your downward facing dog. Move the right leg around. Shake it out. Make some circles. Maybe a scorpion dog. Let's take it on the left side. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to your left wrist. Set yourself up. Right leg stretches back. Right hip rolls down. A little bit of a back bend. Settling the hips. And as you walk your hands forward, you can find that length in your spine. And then settle into it. About 30 seconds to explore if you'd like. Lifting your torso. Bend your left knee. Reach your right arm, your left arm, both arms back behind you. Adding that twist if you'd like. Looking behind you or in front of you. And release your right leg down. Find your downward facing dog. Pellet out, move it around. Maybe make some circles, some scorpion dogs, roll it around. Let's take that downward facing dog one more time. Big inhale, big exhale. Drop down to your knees. Send your hips off to the side. And swing your legs out in front of you. Take a moment, scoot your hips back a little bit. We'll take a forward fold. Inhale to lengthen up, and then exhale, drape your torso over your thighs. And then you can make this active or passive if you want to grab for your toes. Lead with your chest. Fold your body in half. Or you can just round forward. Inhale back up. Lie all the way down on your back. Bend your right knee. Reach around, grab for your right shin. Pull your knee a little bit up and out. Lengthen through your backside body. Squeeze your leg in. And adding a twist. You can use your left hand to pull your right leg across your body. Extend your right arm out to the right. Maybe you gaze over your right shoulder, close your eyes. If it's too much, just bend both knees up to your chest. Big inhales, big exhales. Inhale back to the center. Pull your right knee up. And then release your right leg long. Bend your left knee. Pull it up and out. Pull the low back down to the floor. Pull your chin down to your chest. Elbows in. Shoulders down. Big squeeze. And twist. Right hand pulls your left knee across your body. Your left hand can extend or take a cactus shape. Gaze over, close down your eyes. Inhale back to center, pull your left knee in. Extend your left leg. Bend both knees up to your chest. You can wrap your arms around, give yourself a little roll side to side. You're going to flatten the whole back onto the floor. Back of your neck, your chin comes down, your shoulders pull down, your knees, your hips. And we'll finish with a happy baby. Extend your feet up towards the ceiling. You can grab for your toes, the outside of your feet. And just one more roll the backside body. Maybe straighten the leg, both legs. And then settling into your final savasana. Extend your legs long, extend your arms. Close your eyes down. As you close down the visual, and bring everything more inside, internal. The breath slows, your mind slows, your body can start to relax. Trying to find that total stillness, that total surrender into the mat. Noticing if there's any more places that you can just release a little more. Staying here, enjoying your savasana as long as you'd like. Thank you all for not coming in, but thank you all for joining and practicing this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take good care of yourself. Take good care of those you love. Namaste.